Hi everyone, this is Chris Stewart with a flexibility video from August 1st, 2014. In this video, I am trying to illustrate how poor my dorsal flexion is. So what dorsal flexion is the ability for your knees to track over your toes. And as you can see, I have very limited dorsal flexion before my heels start coming off the ground. Whenever I start forcing more weight to be put on my toes, or well, even the balls of my feet, my heels start coming off the ground as I try and bring my hips underneath my body to bring them closer to my center of gravity to make it a little bit more upright. I start losing this stability. As you can see at the very end right there, when I have that barbell sitting right above my knees, I'm very prone to getting very upright with my shins. They're almost perpendicular to the ground, and the bad thing about that is I have almost no stability at the bottom position for a snatch or a clean and jerk. So that's why I'm trying to gain my dorsal flexion, gain more dorsal flexion, is to allow for stability at the bottom of my Olympic lifts, and also on my jerks. Hopefully this will alleviate the problem of myself getting pulled forward on that dip and drive. So right now I'm wearing Olympic shoes, and Olympic shoes, I think these shoes have an inch and a half heel in them. So in the next clip you're going to see me wearing no shoes, and you'll really see the problem. You can see with my Olympic shoes, when I try and get my hips right underneath my torso, my heels start coming off the ground. And then here's a position where I feel comfortable having my weight evenly distributed on my feet, but you can see my hamstrings are almost parallel to the ground, which is not what I want. I want to be ass to the grass when I have that my weight is evenly distributed across my feet. So you see me taking off my shoes here, and then when I get that barbell on my lower quads, upper knees, whatever you want to call it, my heels really start to come off the ground. So what I want to get to eventually is having those heels be stuck on the ground when I'm in a position like this right here, where my hips are almost underneath my torso and my knees will be tracking out above my toes. This is what most top Olympic weightlifters are able to do. I mean, they've trained their dorsal flexion, they've stretched, they've done all this stuff to allow them to grind out every possible kilo they can, because the general rule of thumb is the lower you can get, the more weight you can put up in your Olympic lifts. So I need to work on this flexibility to be able to add some kilos to my lifts. So the reason I'm making this video is because from now on to hopefully around Christmas, when I don't have this problem anymore, I'm going to try and publish a video on the first of every month, trying to quantify the progress I've made in the dorsal flexion category. It's very hard for me to quantify results when I don't have video footage, so I'm hoping on September 1st, October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, I'll slowly be making flexibility progress with my dorsal flexion, and I'll eventually be able to keep those heels on the ground when I'm in positions like this. I'm going to be doing various exercises, flexibility, mobility stuff, such as foam rolling my lower calves and Achilles tendons. I'm going to be sitting in this position with a little bit of weight on the barbell to force those knees out. And then I've also been recommended something called a 30-minute squat challenge. So that means you're sitting in a squat position for 30 minutes out of the day. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'm hoping to at least get about 10 minutes a day sitting in that squat position just at my apartment when I'm doing other random stuff like reading. So that's basically all I wanted to say about this mobility stuff. As you can see, it's pretty poor. It's something that needs to be addressed, and hopefully once this problem is resolved, I'll be able to add more weight to my lifts. But thanks for watching, guys.